All right, I think we're good. I'm going to. Hey, it's Friday. Hi. Today was a day off, so I hung out with my wife for a little bit, and now she's busy. So now I'm gonna do a little bit of this, at least until the kids get home. I have some demos that I do a lot of, trying to get people upgraded, like you, like upgrade to Spring Boot 3.1.5. It's been out for 2 weeks. It's been out for over 2 weeks. There's no bugs. Like, just get it. Get it. There might be bugs. But do this. So I'm trying to help people do this. And I have a regular demo that I do. Because it's just like a super duper easy one. So this is the regular simple one. Ooh, I think I want to do a different one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one that doesn't have the demo. I'm going to make one that's a little bit faster, a little bit cleaner. And then I'm going to do one where I pull in Cloud9. You know what else I should do? I should do one that talks about the native images. Hey, Thomas. I am very, very happy that you're here. I hope you're enjoying your Friday.
I can feel this time. You shook my neck and I just wonder why. I'm buried in a suit I'd never buy. A suit I'd never buy.
I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're having a good day. We're trying some stuff out. So, thanks for being here.
I can't act surprised.
Let's do this.
When the shovels hit dirt in the earth.
We're going to do the Know It Evil. So I think I already have this. So let's go. I want to like. I want them to be different repositories. Which I want to do. They're just like, it depends on the audience, right? Oh, the music Hopefully that's better. Just got off playing Crusader Kings 3 with my friend. Crusader Kings 3. See, I'm not up on the games, but I need to be Crusader Kings 3. I think tonight's going to be a boys' night. I'm going to play this with I'm going to play some stuff with my kids. How about there? Let's see. Hey, yo, music's a little bit loud. Better now. Security Live. Oh, I am so happy that Security Live is watching my stream. Man, I feel like I need to like clean up and stuff. So, hey, Security Live is here. Hopefully that's better. Let me show Security Live like what I'm all about. Like, hey, so I've got a bunch of Kubernetes clusters. Ooh, I got less than what I normally have. Which one are we going to work with first? I said I was going to do this demo. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to make things that people will see. Actually, you haven't seen this. You probably haven't seen this demo. So I'm going to do this demo for you. I'm going to show you. And this is what I share. I go and I meet with teams all over the place. Fun, Sean, open Spring Boot. I'm going to show this real quick. I think it's on autoplay. So yeah, so this will work. So it actually is going to do the thing. So you want to learn Kubernetes? I love Kubernetes. I'm here to help you. But I'm a Java guy. I think that you do .NET, if I recall. I know that you've got programming skills. You definitely do Python. You got handles. But I do Java, and I'm trying to get people to upgrade their Java. So I made a Java 8, which is really old, with Spring Boot 2.6. I made this app, and I'm just verifying that it's up. So like, hey, this is all it does. It just says, hey, yes, I'm up. It's working. But I'm capturing how much memory it uses. Oh, you're a Java guy as well? Hey, so you'll get this. And you were probably using Java 8. I mean, it's been around for a long time. So I did a Spring Boot app. I started it, I tested it, I validated it, and now I'm gonna stop it. And now I'm gonna use, this is a Java program as well. And it's a recipe. This Java program called Upgrade Spring Boot 3.1, it knows how to upgrade apps, old Java apps, to new Java apps. So what it's gonna do is, if I scroll down here a little bit, it's gonna scan it, it's gonna say, hey, I get it. You're on Spring Boot 2.6. So you gotta go from Spring Boot 2.6 to 2.7, from 2.7, and it's gonna do all of those upgrades in order that it needs to do it. 2.6 to 2.7 to 3.0 to 3.1. And now, I can make the music even quieter. So now, Spring Boot is up to the latest greatest 3.1.5. It still works. So the app, the upgrade, knew how to upgrade it, and it's still going. So thank you for fixing me on the audio. I am still having a hard time figuring out like what's the right way, what's the right balance to do that. So I stopped this, and I think I just noticed. I'm gonna try something. So I just changed that thing, and you tell me if that works now. I said turn down one knob and I turned up the other. So I upgraded to Spring Boot 3.1.5. This demo is still going, and then now it's doing the AOT stuff. So this is the part that takes the longest in this whole demo, because what's happening is, you'll appreciate this. It's taking that Spring Boot bytecode and it's analyzing all of it, and it's saying, hey, I know how to optimize this for, I'm on Darwin and ARM64. I think your mic just switched or got turned down. Yes, it did, with the stream. So hopefully, maybe we'll find a good balance. So I'm comfortable here. Let's see. How is that? I did turn down one knob in order to turn up another knob. And we'll see if, I'm trying to find that balance between the music and the mic. And I never really know. I'm always like, I feel like I'm guessing. So I'll let that loop happen. Right now I'm streaming on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Kick. So this demo, this app is done. It went from Java 8 on Spring Boot 2.6 up to Java 21 in Spring Boot 3.1.5. And then I did this AOT processing where I said, instead of running on a JVM, I'm going to analyze it and I'm going to compile it all the way down to native code. So I did 3 runs there, and it was a little bit fast. But the first one, it took 1.283. That was the startup time. These are just simple metrics that I can use. So this is what I did. But the first one took 357 megs. So by upgrading to Spring Boot 3.1 and Java 21, I get it at 216 megs. Then I did the AOT processing. So I just took this version of the app and I took a little bit of time, a minute or so, to analyze it and optimize it down to native code. And it got it running in 80.3 seconds, and it started up in less than 1/10 of a second. So I had a 78% memory savings by doing that. So that's the demo that I literally do 20 times a week, because there's a lot of people that still don't know how easy it can be to upgrade to the latest. And I think you would understand, as a security person, running your enterprise on code. Here's the thing. And I'm not trying to like call people out or anything, but like Spring Boot is running in many, many enterprises. Yesterday, I was dealing with Spring Boot 2.3, which has been out of commercial support, or out of like OSS support since 2021, since May, but yet it's 2023, so like we're here. So Spring Boot 2.3 was end of open source support back in 2021. Even commercial support was done in 2022. Yet they're still running in production. So if anything goes wrong, and it's not just like, hey, if anything goes wrong, but they're just running their enterprise on this older code, when I'm over here showing you that if you, and this isn't even that old, here, Spring Boot 2.6, right? Look at the performance boost that we got. We got a 40% savings going from 2.6 to 3.1. I unfortunately can't create a Spring Boot 2.3 app the way I do in this demo. I have one, but I wonder if I could. I need to figure out a way to do that, because the jump from a Spring Boot 2.3 app to Spring Boot 3.1 is it's going to be even bigger, right? Because there's not just code changes, there's performance improvements. The Spring team is putting all of this stuff in. So if you've got any code that you're taking to production and it's been out of support for over a year, I mean, as a security professional, you might be a little concerned, right? You wouldn't run, I always say, you wouldn't run Linux 1.0. You wouldn't run Windows 95. You wouldn't be comfortable running your enterprise on Windows 95 or NT 4.0, right? Like, because yeah, it was great at the time, but things change. The rest of the environment changes. So hopefully my mic is good. Hopefully the audio is good. That's it. That's the thing that I'm trying to encourage people to do is like, let's move ahead and let's get on the latest and greatest. So today, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make some different versions of this, and I want to have like some other name. So I'm going to make a new repository, and I'm going to call it Open Rewrite, because that's what it's based on. Open Rewrite. I'm going to say upgrade the recipe. Is upgrade. I want to capture the name. I can do it here. Because I used it as an alias, bash profile grep spring cubed. And here's the recipe, upgrade spring boot 3.1. So let's make this new repository. Let's give it some stuff. Yeah, we'll leave it like that, except I'm gonna lowercase these because that's how I roll. Upgrade spring boot 3.1. 3.2 is going to be around in just a couple of days, so we'll have another one, or maybe we'll just upgrade this one. So I'm not going to do a description right now. I will do a README, and I'm going to do an MIT license, because my understanding is this is the one that will tell you that I want you to go use it. I'm going to own this one. I want you to go use these. When I make these demos, I make them in a way, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. I make them in a way so that you should be able to go and just run it and show your friends, right? Because I don't know all your friends. I would love to meet all of your friends, but I want you to be able to go and run it. So that's why I put them out here in a repository. I also, hey, Funky Waddle. How are you? I'm glad that you're here. It's Friday. I actually have the day off, but I'm also trying to stream more. Thank you for the feedback, Thomas. So I am showing, this is how I operate. I want you to, when I learn something, I want to push it out. I want to know it well enough where I feel like I can teach it and I can explain it. So I put my demo out here, and in my demo, I put like the notes. I put like, hey, here's the thing. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying, and I also like show it. So as the demo is running, I show these things. Like, hey, even my jokes I put in there. So that's my joke. Hey, I'm using Java 8. Don't do that at home, etc. But then I go one step further, and I put a video or multiple videos of me delivering it, so that I'm not just like saying, hey, go do this. I also want you to see how I do it. I want you to hear the things that I say, even though I've got the little notes in there. I don't want you to do it just like me. I want it to do it just like you. I want you to take this to your friends and make it resonate for them, but just use this as a baseline. Oh my goodness, everybody. Oh, I am feeling super, super lucky today. And wait, what happened to my chat? I have, Funky Waddle is my lone moderator, and I don't coordinate like I should. I should be like, hey, Funky Waddle, are you around? Could you help me moderate? But I do know that I can do this. I can say, shout out, Funky Waddle, and I can say this on Twitch. I can say, shout out to Argon, and I appreciate you both. I have to wait 2 minutes before giving another shout out. Oh, well, that's lame. But anyways, I appreciate you both for being here a lot. So yeah, just bear with me. It's Friday. We had a good week, and we're going to try to share more of this goodness. And this is what we're going to do. So we're going to grab this repository. We're going to do it like this. And what did I call it? Let's grab this part. We're going to say GitHub repo clone this. So this one, I said that I'm going to do it without native. So let me, here's what I said originally. I said I want to do a no native demo. I want to do a Cloud Foundry, and then one with native images. So let's do this one, just upgrade Spring Boot 3.1, and this will be my no native one. All right. So because I already have this done, we're going to CP the previous version. We'll do recursively OpenRewrite Spring the boot upgrade demo. Whoops. To dot slash. Let's get all of that to here. And the dot get ignore. What else is there? Oh, boot. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, so now we've got a base to start with. We're starting from an old demo. We're going to try to make this one a little bit simpler. In the previous version, I had those 3 runs, and it took it took 3 minutes of time. And sometimes I don't have that much time. Sometimes I don't want to like fill in the gaps for that. Sometimes I only get a couple of minutes. I don't need Nikki's notes here. Nikki gave me, Nikki's notes. Watch this. Nikki's notes are the reason. Are the reason I'm going to do the other version, the CF app version. So that goes back to here. I'm going to do the Cloud Foundry version of that. So we'll get to that next. So first one, we're doing the no native demo. And we've got Nikki's notes, which we don't need those in this version. So what I don't need Azure Toolkit. What we're doing is, I don't need this at the moment. I don't need vendor at the moment. Vendor's what I'm going to use to pull down my dependencies. So this is Open Rewrite, and I'm going to call it this upgrade Spring Boot 3.1. I'll just say that. There you go. So prerequisites, you got to have SDK man in order to run this. And I have instructions here on how to do this. Here's the thing. Argon, Funky Waddle, Thomas, Security Live. It would be awesome. Oh wait, I missed something. Oh yeah. Thomas said, ever heard of Koyeb? I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's really nice to get your app to production in a couple of minutes. You pointed that out to me before. I have it bookmarked, but I have not come back to it. So thank you for reminding me. You know what? Let's put that on my notes here. Get to production quickly. If you have a link, put that in there and I'll check that out. But this is for anybody. This is my invitation to you. Let's see if what I'm doing here, if my prerequisites, if it's hard to do, if you're on a different operating system, let's see if we can play along. Again, I know it's a big ask, but if you can, play along and see if we can do this. These are not related videos because we're doing a different demo. But I think everything else will work. I got to change some of these values, which I can do that as a search replace. So this is this, and I'll say Control C, Control R. Oops. Right, Control R. Yeah, replace that with open rewrite dash upgrade a Spring Boot _3_1. Place all. Cool. All right, so now we're good. Then let's upgrade our actual demo. So at the beginning, we say you've got to vendor sync, which that's reading from my vendor YAML. This says go get the latest version, and here's where I get the latest version of Demo Magic. So my repository says go get the latest version of this tool and pull it in, and it pulls it into the vendor directory. Then we're setting some colors. We're saying, hey, upgrade example. That's fine, right? Upgrade example. Prompt timeout. That's a setting that gets used by Demo Magic, so it can't tell. So that's okay. I put these pauses in here so that I could, when I'm given the demo, it'll just be like, hey, say something here. Like I've got notes written at the top, and then it's waiting for me to hit the button. But when I have this enabled, it won't wait. So the max it's going to wait here is 5 seconds, but it clears the screen so we can go on to the next point. So I just do that. So I do a couple of things here. On this case, I can do, these are the latest versions of Java 8, Java 21. If you see something that I should do better, please let me know. So this is Bash. I'm a Spring Developer Advocate that does quite a bit of Bash. When I build the working directory, I'm just creating it, I remove it, so I'm always starting from scratch. And then here's a function that says, hey, just use Java 8, and this is just a joke, right? I have jokes. And I show it. So I switch to Java 8, and then I show it. Here I switch to Java 21, and then I show that I'm using Java 21. I create the Spring Boot app. I believe that 2.6 is the oldest version that I can create, and I believe that this is the reason why, because everything else is out of even commercial support. You cannot get commercial support. Like, nobody's fixing anything in 2.5. Like, nobody where I work is fixing anything in 2.5. So get up to latest greatest. And the thing is, I don't want you using these versions. The whole point of this demo is that you don't have to use these versions. I'm showing you the easy way to get upgraded to the latest. So let's keep on going. We're creating a 2.6, which will allow that. Then I have a function to start and stop Spring Boot. Then this is how we validate it, because I'm creating this Spring Boot app that just has the web and the actuator. And this is a way to just prove that it's up and running, because I can go and say, yes, it's up, and my application reports back that it's healthy. Here's how I capture the memory usage. So this does, oh, this just shows the memory usage. This runs the rewrite recipe. This builds a native, which I don't need that on this version. So let's just get it out of there. I don't need it. We don't need the starting native. We're gonna simplify this, and we don't need the stop native. Like, deleted code yields no bugs. We are not going to build the OSI images on this one, because I do a lot of display message. Yes, that's fine. Startup time, this is how we're calculating startup time. And we're showing stats. So we do the 2.6 stats, the 3.1 stats. We are not going to do the AOT processing. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is the old version. Like, we're not doing that anymore, because now I made it prettier. I put them into a table, so my stats look a little bit prettier. Funky Waddle says, I use quite a bit of Bash myself. There are definitely things about it I wish I knew better, but I use what I know. Yeah, sad thing, I have a scripting class in school, but they teach PowerShell, not Bash. PowerShell's great. PowerShell's great. Security Live is awesome, and he uses Windows, and I'm pretty certain I've seen him use PowerShell. Funky Waddle, if you've not watched Security Live, I'm gonna highly recommend it. Let me see if I can do this shout out, right? / shout out to @Security Live. He does the things that I wish that I was doing in my stream. Like, he's got a little light show. He's got cool stuff that you can trigger to make fancy stuff happen. Thomas says, I didn't even know shell had functions. Hey, today you learned, right? There's a lot of things that we learn, not because we read the book, but because we saw somebody else doing it. Security Live says, I now go to ChatGPT with all the things I've forgotten over the years. Same. Yeah, that happens. That happens to me a lot. And I will probably be getting that later today, depending on how long I stream. So we're moving. So now I've got this table, and I'm deleting code. I'm trying to make the demo that I showed earlier a little bit faster. So really, I'm just going to remove this part here, because sometimes I don't want to show the native stuff. You know what would be good? Oh boy. What would be good is to have these as like options. Bash functions can't return stuff. Bash functions, they can just return values, right? I can return 0 and 1. I can return stuff from functions. Yeah, you got to be creative. Yeah, you have to get creative. So like the way that I'm handling it is I'm writing things out to logs. Wait, what is this? Useless echo. Instead of echo command, just use command. Okay, I can get that. Wait, no. I don't want to suppress it. I want to adopt it. So what that's saying is just do this, right? Let's see if it works. Wait, oh, now what? Oh, I gotta put it in quotes. What? Remove to avoid it. I don't understand what's happening. So let's just leave it. Let's just leave it. I think it's working. Tommy says, I spent a couple hours this week trying to parallelize my GitHub Actions build, and it was such a pain to share my local Maven repo between jobs. Got it. Yeah, I get it. The whole like parallel GitHub Actions. One of the other things that I wanted to do on here was I wanted to like execute. All right, just so I'm doing the maintenance, I might want to do that. Maybe that's something that we can get into. Sally is not that much faster. Yeah, you gotta kind of know what you're doing. I get it. Yeah, we'll come back to that. I'll tell you one thing that really did for my ARM64 build pack. Where it takes a while. What I started doing, right, was instead of having it all done here, I parallelized it. So it's doing part of it here, but this isn't, never mind. I was doing part of it here when I was doing both. I was doing part of it here, and then I did the other part on an entirely different system. Over here on Circle CI, because it was ARM64. Circle CI has ARM64 builders. Wait, what is this? This is, there's some problems over here. That's not good. Let's go here and show the ARM64 stuff. Why is this happening? And I know that I need to also, and this is probably not going to happen today because I know how long things take. So this is what we might get into later. Again, today was a kind of a day off, so we can do fun things. There's nothing really on my agenda that I need to do for next week for work. Really, I'm going to be doing these kind of upgrade things. So I'm going to split this out. So let's give this a shot. I think we left this. We're going to ignore that comment. We took out some of this extra stuff. We're going to take out some of these steps like this. The stop native, the show memory usage, talking point, validate, start native, build native. We don't need any of that. And I think, let's take a look at it. Let's see what it looks like. And I'm going to show it on a different terminal because it'll look a little bit better. Let's do it this, give it a little bit of juice. Oh, we're here. And let's see. This should, wait, actually, let's do it this way. Let's do time. Let's see how long it takes. So we have a 5-second wait. It's going to go automatically. Java 8, that's cool. I can adjust the prompts, I guess. So here we're building Spring Boot 2.6. So it's downloading. That's done. It's just Web and Actuator. We're going to start it with Spring Boot 2.6 and Java 8. It's coming up. Fantastic. We can see, hey, it's up and running. And then, oh, this time it was 372. Right, these numbers, that's the other thing with the JVM. The numbers really depend on a lot of things. So, stop. We're good. Then, we do our upgrade to Spring Boot 3.1. This will take a couple of seconds. It's going to upgrade from 2.6 to 2.7, 2.7 to 3.0, 3.0 to 3.1. I appreciate you all for being here. Like, it's, we're doing stuff. It keeps on going. Streaming is hard. I think Security Live understands. He's got a massive following. Funky Waddle gets it. Like sometimes it's really just, it's hard depending on what time of day you're doing. It's hard to like get feedback. So all of you, I appreciate you for being here. It definitely makes it easier when I feel like there's somebody listening. So we went from 300 megs down to 250 megs, and now we should wrap up here in just a sec. So cool. Oh, I didn't clear. So that's what I wanted. I wanted to show. So it took 1 minute and 32 seconds to run, to do a demo that says, hey, if you're running Spring Boot 2.6, oh, what did I do? Oh, I kind of copy and paste. So let me add one more. If you're running Spring Boot 2.6 and Java 8, then you could be saving, right? So this, I'm going to take another 1 minute 30. Did I run the time? I don't know if I did. I'm also going to change one thing over here in the music. All right, so we take about 1 minute 30. So that's an important part of this exercise. Sometimes I only get 15 minutes to talk to people. You know, I will remind you, because we're friends. You go to Deshawn.com. This is access to my calendar. You can go find time on my calendar and just grab it. And we can talk about Java. We can talk about Kubernetes if you have questions about Kubernetes. We can talk about Raspberry Pis or just whatever, right? This timeline is weird. So that's what we're doing. Sometimes I don't have all the time. So having nice, tight, quick examples is a good idea for me. So just run it again. I want it to be clean. I want you to be able to take this and run it and show your friends. So that's what we're doing. So Security Live was talking about like asking ChatGPT. That's one of the things that I did. If you watch these old videos. Hi, come on in.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
I have this. Can I get this?
No, not right now. But you know what you can do?
What?
Go clean your room. Go pick up your room in the bathroom, and then you come back down. Didn't I say that we were probably gonna have a boys' night tonight? I told everybody that we were probably gonna have a boys' night. My buddy Thomas over here, he said he's playing Crusaders. Where was it?
That's my favorite friends right there.
What did he say?
Right there by Stream Elements.
Crusader Kings 3.
What's that?
I don't know, but Thomas is playing it. So if we learn how to play it, then maybe we can play with Thomas.
Is it on mobile?
I have no idea. I haven't learned yet. But you should go clean your room and the bathroom, and then you should come back down, and then maybe Thomas will talk to us. All right, thank you.
Yeah, I have to
Oh, you know what?
control it.
I'm thirsty.
You gotta find out right there.
Nope, it's empty. Thanks.
You drink it.
Thanks. Go do that.
If I spill
Awesome.
it,
Then we'll see.
I have to clean it up.
I got bamboozled. Hey, go. Putting dents on my walls. Hey, so this run looks a whole lot better.
That thing was over there.
That's what I was trying to do. 42% savings. So
It was already there.
if I've only got a couple of minutes, I can show you upgrading. Why upgrade from 2.6 to 8? Why upgrade from 2.6 with Java 8 to 3.1 with Java 21? Well, because you get 42% savings. So if you're spending money in the cloud, that's a big deal, right? So you just do the math, right? Simple math, like, hey, what if you could save 25%? I just saved a lot of money by upgrading my Spring Boot version. So this is all I wanted to do for this. So now let's do the things that we want. Get stats. No, get status. So what I normally do here, wait, why did the license get modified? Oh, because it put 2023. Is that why? Let's see. Oh, Deshawn versus Deshawn Carter. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Then, on the startup time seconds, it might have increased, and that happens. It's a JVM, so that's okay. Not too much. If we run it again, it'll probably be better, and we'll still see the savings. But again, it's the JVM. We're gonna run it again. Just to kind of like show you. That's the thing with the JVM. When we do the native, the startup is a lot better, and there's all sorts of other stuff going on, right? Fractions of a second. But let's just run it one more time and let me address it. Right, it's for a demo, those kind of things. Sometimes the difference between like 1.1 second startup and 1.2 second startup, I do this, shrug. But the difference between 1.1 second startup and 0.05 second startup, now we're talking, right? So I have another very, very good point for that. So let's just let that run, where this is the story that I tell all the time. It was 20 gig container. It was 20-minute startup because they were doing things with cache. And what they did was they were on the latest and greatest. That was the other thing. They were already running on the latest and greatest. So this was Spring Boot 3. But they were trying to fix this 20-minute startup, and they were wondering, like, hey, could virtual threads and I said, well, I don't know about virtual threads. It was early. This was way back in February. So I said, how about native? They did the exercise. It took 27 minutes startup is what they were trying to fix. But they did it with a 512 megabyte container. So even though their startup time increased significantly, the amount of savings, real money savings that they had, they could, here's the other math. They could deploy 5 of these and let them run in production. They could deploy 5 of these and still be saving a boatload of money, right? And responding. And performance, I don't know any, this is the only stats that I have. So here's where we are. So sometimes startup time matters, sometimes it doesn't. So here, on this example, the startup time, it went up again. But like, is that going up? Is that enough?
Mom wants to.
Slower startup time
Dad, Mom
to
wants to.
trade for this?
Mom wants to.
Can you tell that I'm on a stream?
He's streaming.
Hold on one sec. Okay, so yeah, there's things to try out. There's definitely things to try out. But normally this doesn't happen. Normally the startup time improves as you move, and I'm sure I could, add more time or whatever as it's killing this process. I could tweak it, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna I don't want to mess with it too much. It's a very straightforward demo, and yeah, is a 0.2 of a second slower startup time worth saving 42% on what you're taking to production? And again, this is a simple app, but these are just decisions that you've got to make, because it's not just about these numbers here, right? I said this is old. Java 8 is old. Spring Boot 2.6 is old. Do you want to be on the latest and greatest, or do you want to be using the new stuff, the better stuff, the faster stuff? So that is all a part of the trade-off, right? And I'm definitely in this camp. Hi, sweetie.
Can I have the camp?
Yes.
Okay. Mom said no eating.
Oh, well, Mom's not here. So here's where we are. We did our demo.
Can I have?
Yes, you can. So let's do our git status. Let's get add, git ignore. Let's add all the stuff. Git add demo. Git add vendor. And this is where I will say, wait, git status. This is where I'll say,
Where'd the game go?
I took it back upstairs. Right, there's nothing else there. This is where I'll say hey, I would love for you to try it and let me know if this works. I put in the notes what you need to have run it in order to run it. 3.1.5. So now I've done it. So the thing that I need to do, there's going to be This is a note to self. Is here. I'm gonna just put an issue here because I'll do it later. What I normally do is just like, hey, I record a little short stream going through the demo. But I said I want to add, I want you to not just have the access to the demo. When people like look for it and find it, like, oh, what are the things I need to add here? I need to add Spring Boot, Spring Boot, Spring, Java, upgrade. Oh, and open rewrite, open rewrite recipes. All right. Website. I don't. Right. This is Spring boot 3.1 with open rewrite. Boom. Wait, releases. I don't do that either. Hold on. I don't do releases or packages or deployments here. Yes, you can. Mom's not here. Famous last words. Mom will hear about it. Mom doesn't watch my streams. Like, I'll tell you this. She has a chair, you know, her chair. But when she's not here, I sit in it too. I do. I totally sit in her chair. When she's not here, I sit in her chair. So, it's my house. I can also do laundry whenever I want to. So, here we're moving. We got this. And I've made this demo. And now what I would appreciate is like, take it. Like, is there anything else I need to add other than related videos? Let me know. Give me feedback. Let me know if it works for you. That would be awesome. I will share it with my friends. But here's what I'm trying to do. Thomas, this is specific for you. Like, this is something that, and the idea resonates, but this is what I even have a picture. Right, I don't need to draw it again. This is what I'm trying to do. Like, this is me. Like, I'm not a solution architect-ish, that's not my title, but like, I'm giving stuff. I'm building stuff and I'm creating stuff for people like Thomas. Thomas is somebody that I would call a Spring developer advocate. He's not like paid by us, but he's definitely a Spring developer advocate. He's got his audience. He's got people that respect what he does, and he's got all the cool stuff, and he's kind of leading the way. But I want to give him tools like this. I want to give him something easy that he can go show his friends, so he doesn't like to have to find. I don't want him to stress about it, but like when his friends say, like, yeah, I'm stuck on Spring Boot 2.6, he's gonna be like, I want him to have this and be able to go out and have it. So that's my job. Hey, haha, not yet. Not yet. I get it. So Thomas, there's something. I work for an amazing woman named Tasha Eisenberg. And she understands. She understands about this community, and she understands that there's people like you in the community that there's like they're a different level. Like, they're doing awesome things. So our company's in a weird state right now, but after things like settle down, I think that there's some things are going to happen that you'll be happy about. You'll be happy to hear about. So that's it. I have this out here. Let's just push. No, let's just leave it. We'll push things later. Now, I was thinking about putting all this into one repository, like have the different versions in one repository. But no, I'm going to stick with my original. So now we're going to do this. This is the no data version. We're going to make another version, and we're gonna take it one step further. It's a longer version, but what we're gonna do now is we're gonna build containers. We're gonna build container images OCI image, Docker images that you can run with Docker that you could take to Kubernetes. And let's do that. So let's do this OCI. Grades bring boot to 3.1.x and compare OCI image sizes. Yeah. Well, I kind of wanted to do, I said OCI, but there's kind of two things. I want to do the Cloud Foundry demo. So let's go back here. Let's do the CF first. Because comparing the OCI images is a slightly different thing. So this one. So here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna add a README. We're gonna leave this because we're gonna copy everything. We'll do this. This will make it easier. This is me. So I'm making multiple repositories of kind of the same demo that are just, we're gonna show it for different audiences. What do they care about? How are they delivering? Because Thomas, you'll understand, like Thomas here, Thomas is not deploying to Kubernetes. He's not building Docker images. He's running just like I did, just like I showed you. He's running on virtual machines. He's running his apps. At least he was a couple of months ago. That's fine. There's a lot of people that aren't using Docker to deploy things to production. There's another group that's using Docker in Kubernetes. And there's yet another group that's using things like Cloud Foundry, where they don't even have to worry about the image. They just say, here's my source code. So I'm going to talk to that audience next. So I'm giving you the same little talk track. I'm just sharing it. I want to have these things that I can share. And here's when I used to work with a guy named Synthel, and Synthel knew where everything was. Like if he touched it, he knew how to demonstrate it. He knew how to talk about it. He knew everything in our code base. Well, he knew a lot of things in our code base. Then later in my career, Corey and Brian and Sean, like there was these people that knew things, and it felt like they always had a demo ready. Like whatever we were talking about was like, oh yeah, I do Laravel, and boom, watch me create a new Laravel app, and they would do things. But they always were ready, and I was so impressed by that I kind of adopted this mindset of Synthel and Corey. I kind of built up this perception of the people that influenced me and helped me become better at what I do. I wanted to like capture some of that in my own way. I still want to be me and authentic, but I wanted to do it for people that learn like me. I wanted to have something that was ready. I want to be able to, if I can make somebody like you half as impressed or half as excited as I got when I saw people like Corey and Brian, like if I can do that, then I'm doing my job. Like my job isn't to sell. My job is to just like bring the juice, right? I want to get people excited, right? I want to do stuff. Join us in creating excitement. That's what juice is. Robert Suchia gets it. Like this is what we're doing. This is a phrase that I think is what I try to do. I want to bring the juice. So in order to do that, I'm going to take a run at it. I think that this is going to be a good way of doing it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make another demo, and we're going to have a different audience. This is Cloud Foundry audience. So we're going to change our name a little bit. Oh, we did. And let's go. Let's try it. Slightly different. Definitely juicy. Well, fantastic. I'm glad that you're here, Juicy. I am glad that you're here. We're doing stuff. We're building demos, and I want you to try it. Now, this is one that I need to do on a different machine because I don't have access to the VPN. So we're gonna go over here to one that does. fun. We're still here. GH repo clone this one. GH auth login. Sure. Let's try that again. This one. Sure. What? Oh, I'm not doing that. I don't have my SSH key, so let's do it this way. Boop. Boop de boop. We're gonna boop it. And get clone. There we go. You know what else we're gonna do? We are going to get clone this one. Because I think we're gonna start from this one. Let me think here. I'm gonna think about this one a little bit. Open. No, that's not the one I want. Let's do this. Let's get the latest version of this one. Get status. Get checkout. We don't need all those. Demo. Get pull. Oh, and that's actually the stuff that I want. Oh, fantastic. All right. So, thank you for being here. The Putsy? Is it Putsy? Putsy. Let me know. But I appreciate it. My name is Deshaun. So I get it. A little bit, at least. I wanted to give a shout out to Argon as well. This is pretty awesome that you guys are here. So thanks. Thanks for being here. Whoop. Yeah, buddy. So we've done this, but we're gonna go back into this one, and now we're gonna do CD. Oh wait, I can't edit it here the way I want to. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it this way. Exit. We're gonna build it here, but then in the terminal we'll do it on the other machine. So open rewrite, upgrade to boot 3.1. Wait, what just happened? We gotta clone it. Get clone. That one. Oh, this is awesome. Oh man, that is very, very cool. So that means you've got the juice, Argon. I knew that too. You guys both have the juice, right? Join us in creating excitement. Now, Argon, I believe, yes, Argon, definitely, I sent an invite to my little Discord. You'll find Thomas there. You'll find Funky Waddle there. Security Live, I can send you an invite as well. But I have a nice little fun group of people that show up to an afternoon stream. And I like to think that everybody is awesome. I think it's a safe place. Like, it doesn't get too wild. It's really just like, hey, I ran into this, or I found this cool idea. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get you an invite to said Discord right now. And Security Live, if you're still here, I will send you as well. Please hold. It's not a busy. There's not a lot of like checkpoints to do stuff. It's just like, hey, this is what we do. Oh, there we go. And Thomas put the link to Koyeb in there. Oh, and look at this, man! You guys have been awesome. So we got stuff happening. Here's what we're doing. I'm grabbing an invite. I'm grabbing it right now, copying it, and I'm gonna try to get that invite over here. Let me find it right here. Boom. Here it comes as a whisper.
Are you paying
Boop.
attention to your comments now?
What's that?
Are you paying attention to your comments now?
I'm trying to. So my son is giving me a hard time about not paying attention to my comments. So he's helping me out. He's helped me be a. Oh wait, I need to make a new one here. He's helping me be better at this, and I'm trying to be better. That's why I'm streaming more. So yeah, I'm working on it. I am working on it. Security Live has this text to speech. So like when people type, in the comments, it just speaks over top of the stream. So, you know, my stream has like music in the background. His will be like, Logan says, "What up?" Yeah. And there's different voices. It's a really cool setup. We'll have to check it out because I bet he'll be streaming later. Security Live. So, back to this. Now, I've got some stuff. Take a look at my newest tweet. I will do that right now. Did you put it in the Discord? I'm looking for Thomas's newest tweet. This is so cool. I'm happy, but I want to find out. Here's the thing. I think I have Thomas set up where I get his notifications. Oh, I do. Did you? Yep. That's exactly right. Oh man. Yeah, that just made that heart like this is exactly right. Not lying. Zero lies. Thank you so much. That's that's awesome. That is super awesome. Thank you for that. That made me smile. Here we go. Not gonna lie. Jaffa Grunt, I always forget to post things in your Discord. I post in mine, but forget to post in yours. I'm a bad boy. No, you're not a bad boy. Like Funky Waddle. For those you don't know, Funky Waddle really helped me migrate. I was on Mixer. He kind of helped me get along over here in Twitchland. He is my one and only moderator for when I do stream, and we've had amazing streams together in the past, and I hope to get back into it. But times are tough, and things are weird right now. So soon, I expect 2024, Funky Waddle and I will be having late night conversations. Man, we are doing all sorts of amazing things. Jitter Ted is here. So I was having a conversation yesterday about testing how TDD, for me, it helps make streams better. Like, so no matter what you're doing, if you're saying, hey, this is what I'm trying to fix next, the whole idea, and Funky Waddle will get this, like the whole idea of you're supposed to be like saying all the things that are going to, now I'm going to clone this repository. Then you do the get clone. Like this is kind of the way that live streaming happens. So let me get back over here. I'm gonna close this one because we're done with this repository. So let's go back and open the repository that we just pulled down. CD open rewrite. Let's do our thing. Let's do this one. And now I'm gonna open this one because we're now working on our new repository. That idea of like saying all the things that you're gonna do out loud so everybody can hear it, whether they're watching the screen or not. If you're doing TDD, that helps. It helps people follow along with where your mind's at and where you're going. Because like if somebody comes in halfway, you can kind of like catch up and figure things out, and you can think about one little thing at a time. So yeah, and when I say that, I'm thinking definitely about Jitter Ted. Jitter Ted is one of the, I have watched a lot of his streams, but he's somebody that I love having like on, when I'm doing work. His streams are so amazing because he thinks out loud, and he's like, this is the test I'm gonna write, and he tells you how to do it. And then it's like, oh, I know exactly what I'm gonna write because I already wrote the test. And now I know exactly how to solve that thing. It's amazing. I highly recommend it. So then I have to go over here, and my son is poking me already, saying, hey, oh, did I do this? I gotta scroll to the bottom, and then I say /shout out at Jitter Ted. I don't know what that does on the stream, but I give the shout out. Because I'm using StreamYard, I don't think it comes back. Look at this. Man, I am so happy that you guys are here. We are upgrading. All the cool kids are here. I don't know what happened. It's Friday. So let's go. What we're going to do now is we're going to base this off of a previous version. And we're going to grab some of the code. I think I can do this. So we're going to CP this other version, the open right, Spring Boot, upgrade example, star, we're gonna make, whoops. Oh, I don't know what I did just then. Whew. We're gonna do all that into here. So let's get it. We're gonna get rid of the stuff that we don't need, like Nikki's notes. And now here's the interesting thing. For the demo, let's talk through it. What I was gonna do here is, do I need to do the upgrade? I think I do. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you, Rufus, for coming. Theater says this, I gotta stream my upgrade from one of my, yes! Please, can I play along? Please? Because this is it, right? This is what you'll, hopefully, this is how you'll start. Jitter Ted has a Spring Boot 2.6 app. So this is what I do during the day. I meet people like Jitter Ted that are on Spring Boot 2.6. And that is exactly what this demo does. So we're gonna go to Ted and we're gonna be like, hey Ted, I've got a cheat code for you. Would you like to see it?
Daddy,
Yeah.
got this?
No, thank you. If you don't want it, you can throw it away.
Kevin, please.
Yes.
I only have two.
That's okay.
Yay, I get three.
So this is what I do. We'll show this one, but let's assume that Jitter Ted is on Cloud Foundry. Let's go through this demo. And it's the same one we just did, right? We're gonna use Java 8. Let's show what it looks like now. I wanna show it over here. So it's a little bit easier for you to see, right? Right, so let's just see what it looks like right now, and we'll get back to it. We should pair stream and upgrading your apps. Yes, for my for work app is coming from two. Yes, I will happily do that because this is where I spend a lot of my time. I want to do that, and the more that I do it, the more corners and things that I run into. Oh, this isn't going to work, and this isn't going to work. But I'm going to tell you a secret. Actually, I'll show you here in a little bit. These past few weeks, I've been focused a lot on like JEE apps, like not even Spring Boot apps that are upgrading. I'm upgrading JEE, EJBs, stateless session beans, SOAP web services, all these things, upgrading them, migrating them, WebLogic apps, migrating them to Kubernetes, and then upgrading them, converting them from JEE over to Spring Boot with recipes. Like there's recipes that'll convert your EJBs over to Spring data. You good? Yes. So we started here. This is the demo that we're going to modify. Excuse me. Jitter Ted says the 2.7 apps is a bit different in the way it uses Spring Security and uses Spring Data JDBC. So it will be interesting. So there's 3 buckets of interesting that we run into. There's 3 buckets of problems, I'll say, or of hard. Spring Security. Now the cool thing is with Spring Security, it's been simplified, and you probably know it even better than I do. But what happens is when people are trying to migrate, the recipe is not going to do anything for you. The recipe cannot migrate your old OAuth 0 to Okta. It doesn't know what you're doing, and nobody does. Everybody's security is slightly different because it could be LDAP or ADFS or whatever. There's so many options and permutations, but that's the power of Spring Security. So there's not any real recipes for the public, but it's simplified. So don't look for a one-to-one because a lot of the methods in your web security filter chain have actually gotten simpler. So that's the cheat code. The other bucket is the wrappers, the internal library, internal wrapper for connection string or whatever it is, or the parent POM. A lot of companies said, oh, here's our org parent POM, and everybody shall pull from this and then you're blocked by the org parent palm. It's got some wacky dependency that blocks the automatic upgrading. The other one is hibernate. These are the buckets that end up being harder to do. Rufus says, Crusader Kings 3. Yes, we're going to hopefully have time. Me and my son over here, we're going to figure out what Crusader Kings 3 is all about. I just heard about it today for the first time. I don't do a lot of gaming, but I'd like to. I would like to have more time to do gaming. Jitter said, yeah, the security is going to be the interesting part. Well, sometimes, and I know this, sometimes it's better to have different set of eyes on things. And I don't have all the answers. I would love nothing more than to upgrade a handful of your apps. Let's go through it because I know you'll know how to identify things. I'm going to learn from you and maybe I'll show you some cheat codes. So we'll make some progress. I guarantee that. And if we get into something hard, I've got Slack, you got Slack. We can call people and see if we can find some help. But I really, really would love to do that. So there are buckets of hard. But here's the, why would you want to do it? Here's some of the outputs. So this is the demo that we're going to try to modify. We're going to modify it for Cloud Foundry. We took that Spring Boot 2.6 app. Jitter Ted, I'm talking to you. It's going to have some number. Actually, you know what would be cool? Oh, am I quiet right now? Hold on. Maybe I wasn't talking into the mic. Let me see if I can turn this with the kids echo, etc. Okay. So Rufus says hey, it's a little quiet. Oh, you know what? The music I have turned way down. So hopefully you can hear me over the music. That's the goal. I like to have the music in my ears. So awesome. All right. Hopefully you can hear better. It says your voice is quiet compared to other stuff on my PC. Volume has been a bit soft since you adjusted the music. Yeah, compared to the other stream, you're way quiet. Okay, let's fix this. I bet it's just that one that I did. Let's see. Is that where I want it? Is that good? So I'm gonna make an adjustment. It says, hey, yeah, I'm getting some like quiet comments compared to the other streams, but that's better. So I'm gonna make a slight adjustment. I'm gonna turn this one down, and I'm gonna turn this one up to see if that helps. So how about now? So I made one more adjustment where I turned the stream part to the middle, and I turned my mic up a little bit better. Was better before. Okay, let's go here. All right. Hopefully this is back to where it was. Hopefully this works. And I definitely appreciate the feedback. I'm trying to get better at this. Wait, give it back how it was. Let's see. Now it's nice. Stop here. I'm gonna give it a second because there's a little bit of delay. Audio mixing and volume is the hardest to deal with in streaming. Yeah, I have a Roland Bridgecast, so I have a device here. I think I can even do this, where I can grab an extra camera, and I can put this extra camera here, and I can maybe click a button. So I have this device. Let's do it this way. Boop. Oh, I want it the other way. Anyways, I got this device, so I can turn the mic like hot. I can turn the mic down, but this is the button, the stream button, where it mixes the music and the mic. It gets mixed out with this button, the stream button. This is the Roland Bridgecast, so that's what I'm messing with. And I'm just trying to find like where do these knobs need to go in order to make it work. I have my mic here, and I definitely know this is a mic where if I'm doing things in different spots, it sounds different. But yeah, I want my mic here, so when I'm looking at the screen and looking at you, hopefully that works good. So that was cool. I'd like to show that. And now we'll go back. Thanks again for the help. So, thank you. Dear Ted, for your Spring Boot 2.6 app, if you're running with Java 8, man, you could be getting a 42% savings, maybe, or more. Excuse me, just by upgrading to Spring Boot 3.1 and Java 21. All right, that's what we just showed. That's what this demo is showing. And if we take it to an AOT native image, we can get even more savings. So now, this is the part that I'm curious about. I want to copy some of these files here. I'm going to push those over here. SCP, these files. I'm on another computer. I apologize for this. To juice function open. I'll just put them here. And then I'm going to move those here. So now I've got a couple of files. So we've got my vendor. I need my git ignore. So now I've got my git ignore file, and our demo is working. So this demo that we just showed finishes here, but I don't want to stop here. Yeah, this is exactly right? Under 256 megs means I can squeeze it into cheaper server deployments. That is exactly what we're doing. I don't have cloud money like you've got. I got Raspberry Pi money. So I've got Raspberry Pis back there. I've got to squeeze my Spring Boot apps into Raspberry Pis. So this is how I do it. I don't have to deploy JVMs. And the thing is, this is just that process. So we can take it a step further, and you're going to see that here in just a sec. What I did was I copied the manifests. And these are Cloud Foundry manifests. So what I normally do is, oops, I should not put that on this screen. Please hold on, I'll just do that real quick. And here, let's see. Funky Waddle, I know I said this last weekend or 2 weekends ago, but I'm currently thinking of reformatting this weekend. Last time I found something out about the distro I was going to install that caused me to not want to go to it. Right, I get it. My intentions so far with another distro, I've been thinking it will be a good one. Still not 100%. I'm doing it, but like, these are all fun things. So, you know, like I'm working with Cilium cluster mesh, and I haven't really gotten it right just yet. So I'm going to be reinstalling operating systems and Kubernetes and stuff a lot this weekend. I've got, I believe there's 24 of my Raspberry Pis are deployed up and running, but I need to redeploy a handful of them because I messed them up with the Cilium cluster mesh and I can't get them to sync. So, let's see, VMware only pays Raspberry Pi money. Well, you know, fun fact, VMware is currently being in the process of being acquired by a company called Broadcom. And Broadcom, fun fact, makes the processors on Raspberry Pis. So I'm not really upset about this whole thing. I'm not upset. I've got my Raspberry Pi 5s on order. Like, let's have some fun. My son found some a Raspberry Pi 4 AGB and 4 Raspberry Pi 02s that were unboxed. He found them last weekend, unboxed, just sitting in a box, hadn't been opened yet, ready to do another cluster hat. In fact, you want to go grab that box?
What box?
That cluster hat box, the one that had the Raspberry Pis in it. There's a lot of one box.
Atomic Pies?
Not the Atomic Pis. We also found Atomic Pis that haven't been opened yet.
Where will those be?
So, do you have a question? Like, if you have a question, ask questions. I'm hanging out. We're hanging out. But if you've got questions, I've always got time for questions. And you got a lot of really smart people here. So now would be the time to ask a question if you've got questions.
Yeah.
We should probably eat. And I think you've had enough candy.
These? That's only 3 pieces.
Nope, these are yet another. These are the La Libra, the potato pies. These are another brand, but these are not it. We have 4 of these. So, Funky Waddle, here's what we'll do. If you want to do a stream, if you're going to do something later, we can do together, and we could step through, because this, I want to say this is Risk V, isn't it?
Can I have...
I think it's in something V.
Daddy, are you working on my computer?
Nope, these are Libra computers. I believe they are, I think these are, I don't know, I think they are Risky. So, I do ARM64. Banana pies are,
I've got fish.
whoops,
I've got fish.
yep, yes, you can have goldfish.
I do want my shoulder.
I don't remember which ones are which. But yeah, we have mango pies, banana pies, Libras, Libre, but it's not those. Here, put these back. But this is the one, we might get into those, but I think we should do the cluster hat first. All right, sorry, I got confused there. I got distracted. Funky Waddle, I think he said he was going to be on Mint. Oh, he tried to make an Apple icon for the question mark? Okay. Nope, that's not it either. These are Enviro pies and Pi Zeros and Picos.
Okay.
Oh boy, we got all sorts of stuff. Well, that's not the box. There should be another box. On Mac, it's an Apple icon, of course. Okay. So yeah. I'm running on Mac. Okay. So we're here. We're doing this. I decided not to use Linux Mint Debian Edition because they're really behind on package updates. Right now I'm looking at Kaizen Linux.
These?
I think that's the one. Yep, so here. Yes, this is the one. So this is what we'll do. After I do these demos, this is what we'll get into. Cluster hat. Can you see that? That's a cluster hat. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no.
What?
These all have the headers on them. Actually, that'll be all right. I just hope it'll fit.
Can't you just take them off?
Nope. What are these? 0 relays? What is in this? There's way more in this box than I thought. Perfect mounting solution. Oh, those are, I think I know what those are. GPIO hammers. Oh boy. I apologize for being distracted here. What is all this? 0 stem. So there should be one more 0 at least. I got the scroll hat. I got all sorts of stuff. I'll tell you what happens. Yep, there's one more. So I got 5 02s. I have a cluster hat, but there should be a 0. What is this? Power monitoring hat. Another Pi 0? Open that up. Or never mind. There's a lot of stuff in here that we're gonna play with this box tonight. Servo driver hat. What? Another Pi 0? This is the box that we're gonna get into tonight. I thought there's another Raspberry Pi in here. A 0 relay. I don't know what that is. But we'll find out. You know what, son? I think there's one more box that's like this that has the zeros and a Raspberry Pi and a case.
Alright.
See if you can find that one.
Can you click this every time
Nope.
the screen goes dark?
Nope.
Okay, I guess that's pretty good.
GPIO hammer header. I apologize. This is not good streaming content. This is me being distracted. Wait, this one's one we're going to get into later. No, this is Atomic Pi. You put this one back. All right, we're good.
The difference between this stuff.
Yeah, that's all right. We got a box to play with.
Oh,
All right. We've copied stuff. We did stuff. Now the thing I want to do is I want to show you, back to this, like under 256 megs means I can squeeze into cheaper server environments. That's how we got into the Raspberry Pi conversation. So what we're doing here is get status. I'm going to add all this. I'm going to fix this repository because I need to search or replace that with open overwrite upgrade spring boot 3.1 dash cloud foundry. Bop. We bopped it. So now we have all of our stuff, and I think what did I say over here? This one should be, this one's ready for you to take for a spin if you have time. And then this one, I said, and compare with Cloud Foundry. That's all we're doing. So I'm going to actually commit this stuff. Git add git ignore the demo. Does this demo have did the demo do the chart? It did, right? Yeah. All right. And by the way, this table, I made that with ChatGPT. I said, hey, ChatGPT, help me out. Make this into a table. So let's add that. Git add the license. I add the license for this in these repositories. I do the MIT license because I think that that's the most like forgiving and allowing license. But I'm kind of looking at Jitter Ted. I assume that he's got some deeper license experience, but I could be wrong. The other thing I need is git add vendor, and I use vendor to pull down Demo Magic. Demo Magic is what I use to run these demos, to make these demos. So this is me making sure I'm on the latest version of it. And if it breaks, it breaks. Like, that's cool. I'd rather be on the latest version and have it break than to be exposed by a CD or something, right? So this is where I'm going to start. I'm going to say git status, git add, git add readme, git commit. This is base. Okay, so now that's up there, and that one should work just like the others. And now what I wanted to do was, I'm trying to figure out, look at this. Transaction Haka? I don't know how to say that. Tshaka? Tshaka, how would you say this, Logan? Txhaka. Tshaka? Shaka? Maybe just Shaka? Do I do some cybersecurity? Well, I tell you, no, but you know what? Security Live is here, and Security Live does cybersecurity. I try to deliver things with security in mind. For example, staying on the latest and greatest, staying upgraded, just like we were just looking at. Like, I want you to have ways of adopting. Here's the thing. Tell me if you do this. Here's an example, like brew update. if you're on Mac. Do you do this? I do this at least once a day. Brew update. I want to keep on the latest and greatest. Then I just simply do brew upgrade. I'm not reading. I don't care. I'm going to stay up. The other thing I'm going to say is like, I'm rebooting or rebuilding my machines. 30 days is the magic number for me. Like if my machine has been up for 30 days, there's a problem. There's a massive problem. That this machine has been running for 7 days is a little scary already. Like I'm a little like uncomfortable by it. If it wasn't the stream I was, if this is the machine that I'm streaming on, if it wasn't, I'd be restarting it just because. Because if the bad guys are on the machine and you just let them sit there, then they're just going to sit there. That persistent threat, right? They're just going to wait until I do something wrong. So I like to like kick them off. Like, let me reboot it. Let me rebuild it. Let me repave the machine. Let me get them off. There you go. I try to fight the bad guys on my day-to-day work. That is awesome. Let's fight the bad guys together. Teamwork makes the dream work. So one way that I'm trying to fight the bad guys is I'm trying to show people how to patch their software. If you've got Java workloads or Spring, I want to help you get onto the latest and greatest. So let's give a quick shout out over to my buddy Thomas who made this for us. And it made me smile. Like, you didn't upgrade to Spring Boot 3.1? Let's get you upgraded to Spring Boot 3.1 because it's not as hard as you might think. So that's what we're doing here. We're trying to like show people how easy it is, and then not just how easy it is, but also like, why would you want to do it? Why take the time? If it's running just fine, well, you being a cybersecurity guy, you would understand that software needs care and feeding. I'll say it. Software needs care and feeding. The bits that you deployed yesterday were probably great for yesterday. But the bad guys keep on coming. They're always doing new tricks. Always got new stuff. So we want to keep things upgraded. Funky Waddle says, I kind of want to set up a honeypot for the bad guys. If they hack in, they end up in the VM container instead of my actual box, and it doesn't matter what they do. I don't want to leave the door open. Like that seems like something for Shaka to handle. That's something that I get no value of opening a door for the bad guys. Now, I've worked at companies. If you go and look out at my LinkedIn, I've worked at companies that's what we did. Right? We got to find out what the bad guys are doing all over the world. And then we analyze that data and say, hey, you know what? They tried this and then they tried this. So if you see these two steps, expect step number 3. And that's why you need a honeypot. That's why you need that information. But a honeypot doesn't protect you from anything. Right? It might distract somebody for a little while. But just having a honeypot in place doesn't necessarily protect you. If the honeypot has proper logging setup, you get to see all the commands they run and what they're trying to do. You can then secure your personal machine against what they are doing. Yes, you can. Yep, that's what security companies are doing. So I would rather let somebody else do all that research and stuff, and then I'll just get the rewards. I want to reap the benefit. Tell me what the bad guys are doing. Somebody out there is capturing what the bad guys are doing. I want to make sure I've got the right stuff. But yeah, I get it. Honeypot, that's a good experiment. And there's definitely there's a honeypot pie project. And we've probably talked about this, right? We'll get back. I'm getting distracted. But yeah, I get it. So maybe that would be a fun experiment because I do want to get all these things deployed. And I've got zeros that I want to get deployed.
Put on the floor.
Oh, thank you.
Have
No, hey, Logan, will you go upstairs and make sure that, what should we eat for dinner?
pizza.
You want pizza? Okay.
Wait, we gotta make sure mom didn't.
Hey, will you go call your mom and see what she wants for dinner?
Me?
No, Logan.
Oh, I
Pause that.
wanted
Here, and
to.
I'm still streaming. Call your mom. Do it out there. Go with Logan, and then see what she wants for dinner. All right, we're back. Let me get through this. I'm so getting distracted. So maybe it's better to stream before the kids get home. I know this. So let's finish this one thing. Let's just finish this one thing, and then I'll feel better. So we've done this, and now we want to take it a step further. We're going to change this. Should I do 3 apps? I won't see it as much. So I'm gonna do this. And let's do Spring Native. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do one more move here. Because I'm on Mac, I can't do this demo. I can't do this demo the way that I want to. So I have to like grab a Linux version. Oh, you know what? This kind of makes me think that I should do the GitHub repo. But I'm thinking, but let's just do. So let's go over here to Tanzu. And let's pull this down. Function, open, rewrite, upgrade Spring Boot 3.1, Cloud Foundry, git pull. Let's cp dot slash open, rewrite, Spring Boot. We're gonna grab those manifests. And we're gonna do one more thing. Oops. And we're gonna do this, open, rewrite, Spring Boot example, the demo dash Linux. So here's what we had to do. What I would normally do is I would say, hey, like, hey, here's these apps. But so in the Cloud Foundry, there's nothing there. So then I say, hey, let's take a look at this manifest, and I can do it up here. We're gonna deploy this app, the app that we just built and upgraded. We're gonna deploy it. Oh, it says target. I don't need to do that one. Let me check out my build packs. Because I'm using somebody else's Cloud Foundry. So I've got Java build pack offline, 459.
And Logan, let's talk about.
Okay, as always.
I was trying to talk to Mom, but the girls kept yelling a bunch of words.
So what happened?
So we ended up, Mom just said something about it.
Okay. All right.
Tell him what's happening out there.
So here's what we're doing.
Huh? Who is that?
We are going to now.
Who is that?
We're going to do this. We're going to say cf push -f manifest Java. I don't think I need this.
Whose math is that?
This would make it a little bit faster, but I don't want that. I want to show that I'm doing this on the on Cloud Foundry. It says make sure the file exists at given path. Wait. Oh, because I made that change here. I didn't make it over there. I don't need to do this. So what we're saying is say, whoops, oh, I gotta delete this again. Sorry about that. Okay. So here's what we're doing. We're gonna do a cf push -f manifest Java. So what this is doing, it just says, hey, here's my source code. And we're telling Cloud Foundry doesn't need anything else. It just needs to know where my source code is. And it's gonna go and stand up. Now this is gonna take some time. Now here's the thing. I could, when I'm done with, I'm trying to think of how to speed it up. So this is kind of talking to Thomas. Remember, I only have a few minutes a lot of times to do these things. And, uh-oh, what happened? So it said, no container can run this application. Please ensure you've pushed valid JVM artifact or artifacts using -p. Oh, I needed to tell it the path. I didn't need to tell it the path. Because I'm not in the right, but it's just this. It's just upgrade demo, upgrade example. So I need to put this back in.
Oh, what are you doing?
There. Hey, Lola, I got something for you. I want you to look at this. And here, oh, here's what we're gonna do. You have to help me. You've got to go. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna go apple.com on that computer in there, on your computer. Logan, you gotta help her. Actually, just go take a picture of it. I want you to go take a picture of the serial number. Logan, you're gonna go up here, about this Mac, and there's a serial number right there. I want you to grab a picture of that on that machine with the camera.
It won't let us move the mouse.
How do I get
Oh, because that's on the wrong. Hit the button. No, Logan, hit the button to switch computers. Did you not finish switching it? All right, switch to the other one. And take a picture of it. There we go. The serial number.
How do I get to the serial number?
I just showed you. This button up here.
Look, 1 second.
This button. So log in.
Who's paying?
This button about this Mac.
Who's paying? My page.
Either one. No, Lola's doesn't need a password. Just do Lola's.
Neither is mine.
Okay. All right. Now we're going because here's what's happening. We got an old Mac Mini there. We're gonna see if we can get one of these.
No.
Mac.
Sorry.
Be cool. Be cool. We want one of these. And I think we're just gonna get this one. And they have this little trade in. There we go. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see how much we can get for that old Mac Mini. Is it possible? Oops, I just lost it.
Lola, you know what I'm saying.
This.
Lola, you know what
Started.
I'm saying.
Logan.
Hey, be cool.
I've just been sitting right here and I haven't said it.
Yes. It was Apple.
Excuse me.
Serial number.
Excuse me.
C0 7 G 2 3 W J D J T 0. Which model? It's a mini. It's a Mac Mini. Hey Logan, will you go up there and where it says? Wait, what's it right here? I don't know what year. It doesn't say what year. Is that what it said right here? I'm looking for that. Other. It was older. Based on what you told us, your Mac is ready to recycle. It's a big win for the planet. So I can't get any money for it?
It says 10, 13, 6.
Lame. I was hoping I could get a couple bucks for it.
10, 13, 6.
Thanks. I appreciate you.
Up somewhere.
All right. Anywho, we're gonna get one of those anyways. Just be cool.
How big a one are you gonna get? Are you gonna get one?
All right.
Big one down
This is a great question. How do you use Cloud Foundry? What's Karifi? So, Karifi is the Cloud Foundry API running on top of Kubernetes. What we're running over here is we're running Cloud Foundry as like VMs. It knows how to manage all the infrastructure and does a lot of work for us to make it secure. So that's what we're gonna do. But I will run Karifi. It's the open source version of Cloud Foundry that runs on top of Kubernetes. We should be able to do this now. Yeah, so ignore this because that's not what it looks like. File not found. What? Manifest Java. Oh, we didn't run it over here. We didn't run the demo. So it doesn't have that. So we gotta do that. So this will just take a second. So Karifi is, a version of Cloud Foundry that I will run on the Intel, because I don't know if it runs on ARM64 yet, but it probably does by now. No. So it's doing stuff. Will you go grab me another one of those? Thank you. Yeah, go.
Can I get one for
Hey, go put this in the workshop. And
Can I
grab
get
me.
one for me?
You just, you have mine. Yeah, go ahead.
Had barely any.
Yeah, but hurry.
Why don't you just
Hurry,
give me this?
hurry. Do it. To put it in the workshop. Hey, this right here. I'm already done with this. Go. Do
I'm
that.
not even allowed to be in the workshop.
Oh yeah, never mind. Set it outside the door. We're doing, this demo is going, we want that one to be our default, Java 21, because it's been out for like over a month. So what you're gonna see now, Thomas, is you're gonna see how Cloud Foundry works. You brought up Koyeb, what is it called? Yep, Koyeb. Oh, dynamically start GitHub runners. Yeah. Yeah. You're going to see Cloud Foundry. You're going to see the thing that made me go like, oh, I understand enterprise software now. So, and Karifi is like one way of doing that. So please hold. Just like hang out for a little bit. This is going to take some time. And we'll get it working. So I am also streaming on Kick, but I don't have the Kick chat coming in. So I have to like jump over to Kick every once in a while. And yeah, we'll see. So sorry I'm distracted. I have a lot of kids. We'll figure it out though. So it's going, we're doing the thing. Thank you so much. Can you what? Yeah. You know what you guys can start doing?
Cleaning up these desks.
That. Yep.
Do you have the rest of the table?
Nope. It might be at the front door though. Do you want to go check? Rock and roll. So now, sorry, this is taking a while. Again, this is why I did the other one. I made it a little bit easier. So this demo, when I talk about like upgrading, I probably don't need to do this one as an upgrade. Now that I think about it, I probably just want to do it like, here's a Spring Boot 3 app, and then here's a Spring Boot 3 app running with native images. Oh, can we help her open that?
Trying to use my fingers for it.
You could probably use that. Yeah, this demo is really for, you know, people that are using Cloud Foundry, but it's really about anybody that's using containers. That going back to Jitter Ted's comment, if I'm deploying to production and do I want to deploy a JVM and a bunch of stuff, or can I deploy it as a native image and deploy it to a Raspberry Pi? There's been I've been talking a lot about my Raspberry Pis on Twitter, and there's a lot of things that you can do with a Raspberry Pi Zero, right? One of these $15 computers. Yeah, go. I can deploy Spring Boot. I can deploy Spring Cloud. I can deploy Kubernetes on a $15 computer, and I can do really interesting things. All right, so now we have our upgraded version, and we showed this stuff, and over here, you know, this is for Plunky Water. You can see, hey, it started up faster on this one. That's cool. But like, as a native image, it starts up in less than a tenth of a second. Like, that's pretty cool. So now we're gonna do the CF push -f manifest Java, and the manifest Java on that computer. I should sync these up. So it's gonna create a route. It's got a name. We're doing the thing, and hopefully it's gonna do all the stuff. So what it's doing now, this uploading files. Yes, you can see it. What it's doing now is it's uploading all the source. So that's all it's doing. It's uploading all the source code. Oh, you know what though? Yeah, no, just everything that's in the upgrade example. So what I should have done is I should have done it clean, because it's up. You know what? I'm gonna do this again. So if I go here, and I'll tell you why. Because if I go in here and I do /nvnw, right now, this is what it looks like. It's gonna upload all the stuff in this in this repository or in this directory, and that includes the classes and the target and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is try to simplify it just by doing this: mbnw clean. Get rid of the stuff that it doesn't need, and then run the same command again. And what I expect, I'll go back here. What I expect is that the upload will be smaller and faster. Where was it? Here. So it said before it was going to upload 46 megabytes. Let's see what it tries this time. I think it should be smaller, is my guess. Or maybe it's smart enough to know that. 66 kilobytes. A little bit smaller. All right. So that was easier. All right. Well, Thomas, I will get a Cloud Foundry Karifi demo. I want to put that on my list here for Thomas. Like inference, right? Like it's something that I've been wanting to do, but I'm redoing my infra. So I'll come back to that, and I'll make sure that I have something for you to see, and I'd like to teach you about it, because it's a nice entry into a really powerful API, really powerful way of deploying apps.
Can you wrap it up?
What? The show?
Yeah.
Okay, I will. I will. So this failed. Error failed. Initialize. No container can run this application. Validation artifacts -p or path manifest. Information about Gmail. So I just want to.
I'm going to bed. Good night.
He lives in Germany.
Oh, that makes sense. So what time is it in Germany?
Why did this not work? Here, I know what to do. I think if I go here and I say cf push -f manifest Java, I think it'll do. Wait, what? What am I doing wrong here? Hold on. I'm just confusing myself right now. So if I do this, I want this to go. What I was doing before was saying, hey, push the jar file. Let me go take a look at my logs. CF or Cloud Foundry manifest.yaml. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you start on mapping it up?
Yeah, I can.
Because it doesn't look like it.
I have to get this pushed, and then we can do it. All right, so it says applications path /. What was I doing? Manifest Java. Path / upgrade example. CF push -f manifest Java. Let's try this one more time. Uploading 66K. Last time it said, hey, I don't understand what kind of thing you got going on here. And now it says it again. I should just be able to upload my source. All right, you cannot use any command line options with CF push except for -f and no start. If your manifest is not named manifest or not in the current directory, use the -f command line. Okay. To push a single app rather than all the apps described in the manifest, provide the app name. Each app must be in a subdirectory under the same parent. Okay. I just. I'm missing something here. Icon, welcome. Icon, I apologize. We're wrapping up. I'm trying to get this one last CF push going, and somehow I forgot how to push my source code. So I apologize. I'm just wrapping up. I've had it's been really awesome. Like all my favorite people are showing up. So yeah, like I should have expected you to show up because it's been that kind of day. So I've been streaming for a couple hours. I actually had today off. So my goal was I wanted to get 3 of these demos. I got through the first one, and then my kids came home from school. So I've been stuck on this one for a little while. But lots of folks have joined. It's been great. I'm having fun. And I just want to get to this last demo, and then I'm going to go get these kids fed because they're starting to get hangry. And I don't understand why. So let's do it this way. I don't know why I did it this way, but let's push this jar file just like we did. And let's just see if that works. I should be able to just push my source. We'll come back to that. Like, let's get it working, and then we'll make it right. Manifest Java, and I'm doing it this way because I'm working on another machine. Okay. So, in order to do that, I have to go over here. I gotta do nw clean package. So this will give me a jar file that I can deploy, which I still don't want to do that. I should be able to just deploy my source code. So it built a jar file, and now I should be able to run this CF push, this manifest, and it's going to grab the jar file that I just built, and it's going to deploy it. So that jar file is 376 megs. I'm wrapping it up. I'm wrapping it up right now. So I'm going to have to figure out a way in order to do more streaming, especially after the 3:30 when the kids get home. I'm going to have to get away, which I think I've figured out. The idea is I'm going to have my kids be my producers. Logan's done it, where he's like helped me move the stream along and ask questions, and he's always, helping out. But like I think that might be a good idea. It's just like have a way for the kids to be involved. Not necessarily have them on screen, but have a way for them to be involved so we can do stuff. So now, this worked. Well, I just prefer it not. That's all. So, this is going. I hear you. I hear you. It's not easy. I got folks like Funky Waddle and Jitter Ted who are awesome at streaming. They're jumping in, and you. I've learned a bunch from all of you. So yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. So here, what we've done is we've deployed the jar file, CF apps. So now we can see that this app is deployed, and there's a thing here. If I do CF apps Spring, see how to do it. CF app Spring. So here I can see how much memory it's using. So I deployed it in a 1 GB container. That was the reservation that it made, but it's only taking 156 megs. So this is Spring Boot 3.1. It's on Java 17, and this is like after it starts up, it's at 156 megs. Cool, but I think we can do better. So now, actually, this is going to be interesting. Watch this. We are going to do. We have this demo Linux because it's an x86 machine. I built this file on a Linux machine, and I just put it into the repository. Not really the best way to do this.
How are you gonna get fired on your day off?
That was the title of the show. How are you gonna get fired on your day off? That's a quote from a movie called Friday. So Now let's try to push this app, CF push -F manifest -native. And what this should do is push /demo Linux. So this is going to push a native Spring Boot app, the same one that we've been messing with, a native Spring Boot app in a binary build pack, a smaller build pack. It's going to push this up to Cloud Foundry. But now the what it's pushing, that 18 meg, that's this thing. That's which I didn't have in this directory. That's the demo Linux that I need to copy over. On the Deshaun open. I am.
Doesn't look like it.
I am. See, it's pushing. It's going. It's going. Is this mine or is this mine? This is yours?
That's yours.
All right, how you doing over there? How did it get so messy?
It's not
We can't figure it out.
Oh boy.
We just can't figure it out.
All right, so this is going. This is gonna take a few minutes, but the thing is I don't have to do anything else. I just want to say like, hey, here's my app. Go, take it to production. So let's do that. And I'm sorry I didn't get through as much as I wanted to, but wouldn't change it for the world. So I gave this one a 256 megabyte container. So here, I said, hey, just use 256 megs. Over here, I didn't even say. The calculator decided. Excuse me, man, that's awful streaming. But I said, hey, I think I can take this to production with 256 meg container. So now let's take a look at CF app Spring Native. And it's actually only using 47.6 megs. So, wow. Let's put those side by side because that's pretty like it's tiny, right? It's a simple app, but this, yeah, Jitter Ted, 47.6 megs compared to like that's a third. That's a pretty big savings. And it's a Hello World app, but like a simple Spring Boot app doesn't have to take a lot of memory. But you do the AOT process, you take the hit up front, and you save a boatload of memory. The other thing is the reservation, right? Even though it's only here, I had to reserve a 1 gig container because at startup, that JVM is gonna, take a little bit more memory. It can't start up in less than 1 gig of memory. So there's a lot of stuff here. But yeah, so tiny. Yeah, getting rid of this, it makes a big deal. So this is the demo. I need to figure out how to like clean it up. Ideally, I'm not putting the Linux version of the file in the repository. Oh, I know what to do. Wait, no, because it's got to be the binary that we used with the binary build pack. It has to be x86. So I might just make this demo one that I have to run, or make 2 versions of it, because that's the easy thing. I'm gonna make one version that you can run on Mac, and I'll make a version that you can run if you're on Linux. That's easy, right? So let's do this. Let's take a break. Let me go feed my kids. I'm gonna come back later, but I'm gonna make 2 versions of this. I'm gonna make one for Mac. I'll make one for ARM64. And then I'll make one for x86. There we go. That's it. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I'm feeling pretty good. And yeah, I gotta thank everybody for joining. This has been so wonderful. Shout outs all the way around. Icon, thank you for joining. I'm sure some of you are gonna be streaming later. I'm gonna be hanging out with my son tonight, and the girls, we have a cheerleading competition this weekend, so it's gonna be cheerleading. That's what we're doing.
And that's your favorite thing in the world.
And me and my wife were both professional cheerleaders. So, of course, our girls are going to be cheerleaders. My son was a cheerleader too when he was younger. So we're going to do stuff. But tonight, we're going to hang out. We're going to maybe clean up some stuff around here. We'll get into some Raspberry Pi, some cluster hat. We'll get into some more Kubernetes. Because these demos that we're doing, even though this is landing on Cloud Foundry, let's get Karifi installed on a Kubernetes cluster, and then we'll come back and we'll do the exact same thing on Karifi, on Kubernetes, and we'll show like why these little things matter, why it's important to upgrade to Java 21, why it's important to upgrade to the latest Spring Boot, and the cool things that can give you in return, like the tiny footprint. So thank you so much for joining. I'm not gonna say a time because I have no idea when I'll come back, but I will come back this evening. We will be doing stuff. So I'm gonna look for Funky Waddle. I'm gonna look for Thomas went to bed already. I'm gonna look for Security Live. Jitter Ted normally streams earlier, but I'll take a peek. But Jitter Ted, I would really love, like, let's plan on doing some live upgrades. That would be so much fun for me. In fact, like, I'd be very interested in doing that Monday or Tuesday next week if you have time. So that's cool, and we'll figure it out. Thanks everybody for joining, and I hope to see everybody again soon. I really, really appreciate your time, and take care. Awesome. Yes. Argon, thank you so much, man. Thank you. I'm gonna go catch up on all the latest and greatest. All right, bye.